space for me to walk into. Yes, I used to own the third largest computer company in Ghana, but there comes a time your purpose calls you to do something bigger. And each one of us is called upon to do something bigger. If you know my message for this tour and you blend it with all that my beloved sister had said, you will know there is God. Because everything happening here is like we have talked, but we have never had a conversation. We are very intimate, but not even a phone call. Rarely, once a while. But spirits always go ahead of us, providing what we need before we needed it. Today, I know nobody will have any problem hearing, understanding, and getting my message because I have the best Americanese accent now. I do a program, The 3 Mystical Truths. The first mystical truth states that you are here by the collective power of the entire universe. It's easy to hear the truth, but when you start applying the truth, it goes very deep and transforming. Second mystical truth will tell you that you are here, life goes ahead of you, providing what you need before you needed it. Because when you were born, your mother's breast milk were already filled. Am I right? Life always goes ahead of you. It always go ahead of you, providing what you need before you needed it. But until you activate that software in you, it's part of you, but you don't know. The third mystical truth will tell you that you are not here, and that what is here as you is sacred life. Again, until you activate that software, it won't come into full operation for you. So I do this program with students all over the world. Your time is 6 a.m., and I speak with you, real life call, instant teleconferencing with immediate download. And during this program, since many of my students are from America, they have trained me how to speak good Americanese. I know how to say the trunk of the car and not the boot. When I am going to switch on my trafficator, here I will say the blinker. If I go to Britain, I have to say what? Trafficator. I know multivitamin and not multivitamin. So there will be no problem because 3 mystical truths daily call for 90 days and then another cycle 90 days has trained me. So you will have no problem hearing my accent. Yes? Yes. However, listen to me from the heart. Yes. Is that all right? Yes. Love is our way forward. And I'm happy we're treating compassion as the theme for the month. And we all need compassion. The dictionary will tell us that compassion is the feeling of helping somebody in need. Somebody who is seeking, who is sick, or somebody who is deprived. Compassion is stretching out. So compassion becomes the hand of love in action. And it's very good for us to practice compassion. But many times, we tend to understand compassion as pity. Compassion is not pity. When you pity somebody, you reduce yourself into the pit with those you are pitying. Compassion, on the other hand, is for you to stand in your God magnificence and invite the best out of the other person into expression. So you are a support system to birth the best out of the other person. This is why compassion is very important aspect or a mighty hand of love in action. Hence, I speak on love is the way forward. And we can all practice love. Has anybody here been caring before? Caring. Have you been kind before? Kind. Have you been generous before? Also, I have many hands. So all of you are essentially saying, I am a loving person. But let's come to the truth. You've never cared for anybody before. You've never been kind. How did you get the resources to do that? How did you get the energy to do that? How did you get the wisdom to do that? 2 children were born the same day, one without brain, the other with brain. Was it something special that you did that made you to be born normal? No. Everything you have, therefore, from your software of thinking, feeling, all the way to the hardware of action, is all life doing its magnificent good through you. Somebody say, life does its good through me. And you must awaken to it. And to the degree that you allow yourself to be a channel through whom life does its abundant good, you are increased. You become more to the degree that you say, I'm purposing myself, I'm pledging myself, I'm positioning myself to be a channel through which life does its absolute good. Then you are open to the universe that does its good through you. So for you to be compassionate, for you to allow love to operate through you, you need to stand in your position of your divinity, your absolute self. Because like I said, compassion is not you pitying somebody. Compassion is you bringing somebody to the company of your divine passion. Bringing others to the company of your divine passion. That is compassion. So, you must first know who and what you are and begin to express it. I am a universal citizen. I come from Africa, and nature is my teacher. If it will work, it must work in harmony with nature. If not, it will be beautiful semantics and English, which will soon fade into nothing. Nature has been here for billions of years, has experimented with itself and knows what works. You are a being of nature. You are breathing nature. You eat nature. If there is any spirituality in the world, it must come from nature. If nature does not teach you, you have not known it. If your knowledge of God is dependent on what you read from a certain book or taught to you by another, you have not known God. Our elders say that, meaning nobody teaches God to a child. In other words, God is so self-evident that a child must be able to know there is God. So the first step for you to practice compassion and allow love to lead the way is for you to know yourself. And to know yourself, the third biblical truth will teach you this, that you did not bring you here. You did not bring you here on earth. You cannot afford not to be here. And you cannot resist exiting from here. Let me go through it again. You did not bring you here on earth, did you? You cannot afford not to be here, could you? And you cannot resist exiting from here. Let me go through it again. You did not bring you here on earth, did you? I didn't hear everybody. No. You cannot afford not to be here. No. So what is here as you is the cosmic principle, the cosmic idea, the cosmic knowing. You are the cosmic imperative. You are the cosmic divine imperative. I want every woman here to say, I am the cosmic divine imperative. I want the men to say, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I want the men to say, I am cosmic divine imperative. Women respond by saying, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the truth. Yeah. Beloved, I'm welcoming you to this sacred truth. Because the moment you awaken to, I am the cosmic divine imperative. The moment you awaken to this truth, I'm inviting you to take this truth to all of the fears you had when you were 2-year-old. Announce, pronounce, and broadcast what you are to that picture of anger. Those images of fear, hate, jealousies. How can you, the cosmic divine imperative, ever be angry or be limited? How can you live a life of mediocrity like as though you were dropped here from somewhere to fend for yourself? You cannot do it alone, and you have never done it alone. But this is the law of life. The law of life is for you to awaken to life and realize that I am cosmic divine imperative, and also I am a cosmic employee. What did I say? We are all cosmic employees in a beautiful world, a beautiful universe. If you live in your body and you don't have the ability to once a while exit your body and go into the flower and know its wisdom, if you can't exit your body and go into the eagle and feel its energy field, you are not vibrating fully. When you do such things, then certainly you cannot play it small. You will make moments when you just enter into stillness and announce to the fears. And I tell you, if tonight you were going to bed and you will just get into you, bring to you all the evidences that tell you that you are cosmic divine imperative. And the evidence is very simple. I didn't bring me here, did I? I couldn't afford to be here, could I? I cannot afford not to be here. If I cannot afford not to be here, then I didn't bring me. Somebody brought me. What brought me brought itself here as me. To serve its own self. Let me tell you something. Life doesn't care about you, does it? Life doesn't care about anyone. Life cares only for itself. I know it may not come comfortable for some, but life does not care a thing about you. Life cares only for its own self. That's all. Let me explain it from nature. You see, the insects will go and suck the nectar from the flower. To them, they are celebrating and receiving nourishment from the flower. But in so doing, nature is also employing the insects to pollinate the flower so that it now bears fruits. Without the flower, without the plant birthing forth its flower, without the plant releasing its fragrance from its flower, exuding its beauty from its flower, and being available to secrete its nectar to be celebrated, if it doesn't give all of itself out to be celebrated, it wouldn't have nature bringing the right insect to suck it. It is only in the insects sucking it and using it that the flower or the tree is pollinated and now start bearing fruits. It's only in the giving of yourself that you become more. As far as the insects are concerned, they are just celebrating and using the flower. But as far as nature is concerned, they are being employed to plant more of the flower, to birth more, to produce more. Am I making sense to somebody? Yeah. So you are a cosmic employee. You get it? So you are a cosmic employee. You are to give all you have to promote life. This is a divine imperative for everybody. The absolute purpose of everybody is this. You are here to evolve for the promotion of life. You are not here to do anything and have anything for you. Everything you have will one day be given away. This is what will make me close a vibrant computer company and be available to the planet. If you go to my foundation, as she told you, I have several children. She counted 37. Today, I have 47. And they keep growing. I'm not a very lucky man. I have a wife who is very difficult to live with. We have agreed no more children. By the time I go, she would have brought 2 more children in. Well, as for these children, they need just a little help, a little support. And by the time we realize we're taking care. So now we have made it formal. We've instituted a foundation, Omanye Foundation, O-M-A-N-Y-E Foundation. Go on and listen to what the youth are saying, those who have been through the Omanye program. We take care of your fees through school to university, and during the process, you also have to learn self-discovery. So you come out as a noble person. Because all I have is not mine. All you have is never yours. I hear sometimes people saying, this man is so good, he's made so much wealth, and he's trying to give back to society. The truth is this: whether he or she likes it or not, he will give everything he or she has back to society. Because one day, everything you have is no more yours. You can use everything you have to expand you or to reduce you. And the choice is yours. So when I consciously use my wealth to promote the good I believe in, my soul is becoming bigger. Your soul is growing to the degree that your resources are used to promote the good you believe in. Deep within, you were coded with some good and you believe in some good. Are you promoting it? Yes. That is our life. So we are all cosmic employees. I hear people saying, my child, my children, and I laugh at them. I say, nobody has a child. We are all breeders and babysitters. Breeders and babysitters. Your children are not those who came from you. Your children are those who you come through. When the good you are comes through some people, then they are your children. Reverend Deborah has all of you as her children because the good she believes in is coming through somebody. The good you are, is it growing through somebody? Let the good you are grow through somebody. Next week, let the good you are grow through 10 people and bring them here. Because when the good you are grows through somebody, you have expanded your soul by that person's soul force. I go to other wells, and I see souls, and they are just tiny, even the higher wells. You see them so tiny specks of energy. But big souls are souls whose lives have been a great blessing to humanity. Together, we are here as cosmic employees and as cosmic mothers and fathers. So once in the life of Jesus the Christ, they came to him and said, your brothers and your mother are looking for you. He said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? These who hear my words, they are my mothers and my brothers. In other words, I'm coming through them. I'm growing through them. He died without a child, but the whole world today says he is our father because he grew through some people. Who are you growing through? So you are a cosmic imperative, loaded and coded with some goodness, and you are to make that good grow through people. Do the 3 things that the plant does, because after all, we are all simply walking plants. Walking trees. That's all we are. So you see, to manifest its abundance, the plant does 3 things. It exudes its beauty, it secretes its nectar, and it releases its fragrance. By releasing its fragrance, it attracts the right insects. Exuding its beauty, it attracts the right insects. Secreting its nectar, it attracts the right insects. Now the question, what beauty are you exuding? If somebody were to see the thoughts you think daily, will they want to be in your company? Then, if you are saying no, then it means you are not exuding some beauty. Whether you are conscious of it or not, your thoughts are broadcasting themselves. This is why sometimes you meet a person for the first time and you just don't like the person. This is why sometimes you meet a person for the first time and you just passionately love the person because the person is exuding. So what thoughts are you exuding? What emotions are you exuding? Are you secreting emotions that nourish people? Then you are compassionate. Are you exuding with emotions? Or you are a person who, with the least provocation, then you react and overreact. Excuse my language. Everybody in the world, including the foolish and the ignorant, know how to be angry and to react. There's nothing special in doing that. Be special. Tell somebody, be special. You are special. You can do it in a much special way, in the way that grows the person to become more. Beloved, if you know what makes a person what he or she is, you will automatically have compassion. If you have the time, and you can go to our YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels, Ishmael Tetteh, and one is a Conscious Humanity. Although there's a third one. Go to the Etherean, ETHEREAN, Etherean Mission channel, and listen to some of my students who recently finished a soul processing class. Soul processing is our spiritual mind science program that helps you to remove the restrictive elements in your soul and activate your potential. And when you listen to some of them, going through the program, they said, we want to tell the world. I said, go to the studio, record, and tell the world. I mean, there's a lady whose life was totally ruined just because of something that happened to her at age 5 in kindergarten. It could be something very trivial, but depending upon the caregivers, you see, there are many things we don't understand because we don't listen to nature. So we speak wrongly to children at certain stages, and we grow up with this. I wouldn't want to speak so much about it because you can go to YouTube and listen to their experiences. How a person became a drug addict, and just within the 6 weeks of the soul processing, he's totally free. Because he grew up with a caregiver who was stammering, and he decided that the best way to speak is to stammer. So when he was called to speak, he stammered, and then they hooted at him. They laughed at him. From that moment, he said, I'm not good enough. So the friends told him, look, if you want to speak, something inside him was telling him, you can speak. If you want to speak, here is something you can smoke. Here is something you can take. So he started taking it from age 10. You can understand. Now, but for grace, tell somebody, but for grace, there goes I. I didn't hear you. So will you look down upon this person? Must you look down on this person? I don't hear you. No. You must extend compassion. You must stand in your divinity and say, son, there is a possibility of good in you. Son, you can make it. Son, I cannot have the time to do soul processing on you, but you join the class and see, and by the time the class was over, he was also free. Just within 6 weeks. So if you understand what makes people what they are, you wouldn't look down upon them, you wouldn't want to beat them down, you will be filled with compassion. Many times we want to figure out even our own lives. You don't have enough brain capacity to know you. Did you get me? You don't have enough brain capacity to know you. I am the wisest man on the planet, and you know why? Should I give you the formula? Yeah. I am the wisest man on the planet because everybody is my wisdom bank. Bank. Everybody is my wisdom bank. So when I need some wisdom, I just draw a check called I need help. It is as simple as that. Because part of the knowledge I should have is deposited in you. And I'm willing and humble enough to say, teach me.
And if it means emptying my pocket for you to teach me, I will. Empty your pocket into your mind. Surrender your mind into your spirit. Your spirit will feed your mind to enrich your pocket to have everything you desire. Yes. Did you hear me? Yes. That is the law of life. So again, if you watch the plants and the birds are eating the fruits, and then in their droppings, they are planting more. So you observe that the law of life is that you are here to work for the promotion of life. The birds will think they are eating of the fruits, but they are being employed to promote what? The life of the tree. Somebody say after me, I am here to evolve, for the promotion of life. And I don't need to figure it out. That's the truth. Yes? Sometimes, when you see, they've taught you, you must know what you want. And it is good to know what you want. But let me tell you a secret. The greatest moments in your life were the moments when you didn't know what you want. And if you can return to the moments when you didn't know what you want, and when you didn't know what you wanted, they told you were stupid, isn't it? Yeah. Somebody say, I'm returning to my stupidity. To be eternally wise. The moments, the times you didn't know what you want were the times when you need to be still and accept and embrace, I don't know what I want. Then the knower of life begins to know what needs to be known through you. Those were the times a crevice had been opened in the universe to download what needs to be known. Who are you to think you can know what you want to know? What do you know that you want to know? What you want and what you think you need to know often are what society wants for you. So you are lost. But in the moment of I don't know, the knower begins to know through you. And the knower will direct you. When the cosmic knower knows through me, I am mighty indeed. With this preparation, you begin to vibrate with love. And remember the three things the tree does? It does three things. First, number one, say exude. I didn't hear it. Exude. Secrete. Release. The flower does always these three things. It will exude its beauty, release its fragrance, and secrete its nectar. So when you want money, what do? Ask yourself, what may I exude? What may I secrete? What may I release to have what I desire? And I heard my reverend saying, she's having a workshop, that this is what we call prosperity from within. We call it the law of exudation. The law of exudation. It is the mother of the law of attraction. With the law of attraction, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So the flower, the apple tree cannot attract mango fruits. It will have to birth more of itself. The law of attraction is good, it works, because when you focus on what you want over time, you become it. Then you can attract it. With the law of exudation, you are it, so you attract it. You awaken to what is. Because everything you want, the seeds to make it happen are already within you. You have to exude. Number one is what? Two is what? Three is what? Release. What must I be to make my lover love me more? What must I be to make my wife respect me? What must I think, feel? It is not she must, somebody must. We always want something from outside. The tree does not manifest its fruit, it births it. So true manifestation is the act of birthing you from within. And this brings us to the state of you now exuding, releasing, and secreting the love you are. Love is the one subject we all think we know. And because we think we know, we don't know it. Often I hear people saying, you must love me unconditionally. Do you love me? Yes. Do you love me unconditionally? Oh, yes, I love you unconditionally. And you know it is not true. The moment you love anybody, it can never be unconditional. You can never love any person unconditionally. It is impossible by nature. The sun shines and releases its rays on the blue rays, the green rays, yellow rays, black rays, everybody equally. That is unconditional shining. The moment you are loving and saying, if the sun says, I am shining and shining only for America, it's now become what? Conditional. So the moment you love and you say, I'm loving this person, is conditional. But check it out. Let's speak the right language of love. When I fell in love with you, the truth was this. Nature brought you, and your presence and something of you opened in me a fountain of love, a door of love, and I started feeling love. So I started feeling me in the field of loving. The loving was there, and I started feeling me in that love energy. Is that true? Yes. And when you were in that love energy, love always does two things. It wants to be good and do good. So you felt yourself in the field of love, and you want to do good, not only for you that I love, but I'm feeling good. When you are in love, you feel like helping the cat, isn't it? Cleaning the dog, isn't it? Washing the back of the monkey, isn't it? When you are in love, you feel, because you feel yourself in the energy of love. Wherever you are in the field of love. So the truth is that you are feeling you in the God field of love. I am not in love with you. I am grateful that life has used you to open in me a fountain of love that I am feeling. The love I am feeling is my possession. You did not bring it to me. It was already there. It is being activated. So somebody say, I feel me loving in the God field of love. I feel me loving in the God field of love. That is all you do. You recall some years ago we have a song. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love puts me on the top of the world. Ta, 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 ta. Do you remember that song? When you are in love, it puts you on top of the world. You are no more in you. You are feeling you in the field of love. Then when you begin to feel you in the field of love, you recognize that the sun is love. The earth is loving the moon. The moon is loving the earth. The sun is loving the earth and the planets. I can see a male bird bringing food to the little hatchlings. And I know love is all around me. When you are in love, you feel the whole universe is in love. You watch the ocean and you say, I feel me loving in the ocean of love. And your love begins to grow and magnify like the ocean. This is unconditional love. And anybody can play within the field of love that I feel. And I do not care who is using or not using the love I feel. The sun does not care who is using or not using its rays. The moment you start thinking of who is using or not using right the love I feel, you have now made it conditional. And you begin to reduce it. I feel me loving in the love field of the sun, and your love begins to shine like the sun. Then healing energy starts rejuvenating, regenerating you. And it's a new you now breathing. In that state, like the sun, like the waters, you feel like just giving all you have to do all the good you are here to do and be. That's all you came here for. You came here as cosmic messenger, a cosmic breeder and babysitter, cosmic employee for a divine imperative. for a divine imperative. To the degree that you allow the cosmos to do its good through you, you are enlarged. Your territory is increased. Your prosperity is sure. Permit you to be a channel through whom great good is happening. Do good like it has never hurt before. Keep giving of yourself to make life better, to improve life, as though you are in a state of emergency and state of urgency. Both urgency and emergency. It's as though if I don't do it, things are going to collapse. So let me do all the good I can. You never get poor by doing good. I closed my company in 98 and I'm still going strong. My baby here lived with me for a few months in Ghana. They're looking at my baby. She said, stand up, white girl. She's my baby. Her brother too came and lived with me, and I have so many children in the world. So, beloved, let us practice love, because love is a way. Love is a way. And love unconditionally. Fortunately, this afternoon I have a workshop with you, and I believe I shall have the time to take you through some of the processes for the activation of love, so that love will ignite in you all of the possibilities. When the sun is shining that abundantly, the world is forever praising it. So when you plant a tree, its flowers and branches and trees goes up, praising the sun. Turn the tree upside down, and it will find a way to turn itself back to the sun. And check your life. You always breathe towards the sun. And you always breathe out towards the center of the earth. If you know this mystery, you are anchored, you are aligned. Beloved, I welcome you to the way of love, because love truly leads the way. And thank you for listening.